Why is hip hop, the genre that once defined mainstream culture, now almost invisible on the BillBoard charts? What's going on behind the scenes with how BillBoard measures success? How labels spend money, how independent artists can or cannot break in, and the actual quality of music being released. Today, we'll peel back the curtains. Here's how we'll break it down. Who owns BillBoard and how it works, how even independent artists can get on the charts if you know the rules, why the top hip hop music today might be missing the mark, how label and marketing budgets are shifting towards social media rather than traditional charting, and what this means to the future of hip hop, what you should be paying attention to. First, who owns BillBoard and how does it work? So as of 2020, a company by the name of Penske Media Corporation owns BillBoard. It's a venture capital. BillBoard began in 1894, just a trade publication for bill posters. And over time, it became a major music chart publication. How is it possible for artists to get on BillBoard? So the charts are fed by data entities like Luminate, formerly Nielsen Music, for sales, streaming, and media base for radio airplay. How is it possible for an independent artist to chart on BillBoard? According to one guide, you must register your ISRC and your UPC EAN codes with Luminate so your tracks are tracked properly. Second, you also need major platforms like Spotify, Apple Music to generate US sales streams so they can count up what you sold, what you streamed. None of that will matter if you do not have a strategy or promotional campaign in place for you to be placed on BillBoard. So nothing goes well without full execution of your own marketing. You plan to fail or you fail to plan. You choose. So the gatekeepers are lower than many assume. It's literally about registration, data tracking, and promotion, because that still matters. No matter how much money is being pumped into BillBoard, that matters, that counts. The song has to be well received by the customers, the consumers, the people who consume music. If not, your song just may not chart on BillBoard, even if you put money to push towards it. It may be on BillBoard, but not stay long enough. So the state of hip hop and the quality, the concerns, artists like Lil Yachty publicly spoke about this, and he said, music is in a terrible place right now. Hip hop is in a terrible place right now. A lot of imitation, quick, low quality music must be put out on Complex. Now, depending on how you feel about Lil Yachty or not and the quality of music that he makes, he does have a valid statement, in my opinion. The quality of music that's being put out is not where it used to be, nor can we differentiate a lot of artists who are making music. So not just that, the booming of streaming, the social media has taken over what used to be mainstream, which is radio and BillBoard. We shouldn't be surprised why this is going on, for the simple fact that people are listening to music on these streaming sites. Social media has been a way that artists are being promoted by the label. The labels are currently buying fan pages and working out numbers through TikTok, Instagram to build up an artist, spend money there. Hip hop artists are not looked at as valuable as they used to be. They're looked at as a dip you in there, get you up out of there. Dip you in there, get you up out of it. Hey. So the record label's taking a risk on putting money into an artist on BillBoard who doesn't have a foreseeable future. They have streams, they got people commenting on their stuff, but we don't know the longevity of the artist nowadays because everything is so microwave. Why would we put dollars here when we could put dollars on a microwave system? It's called moving with the times. BillBoard doesn't mean a thing. It's a vanity metric, and the music will always be the music as long as you create quality. If you're not creating quality, then that's the problem, in my opinion. Something Bolo the producer said, he said companies are not spending money and the timing may not be right. That's all it is. The record labels, they're primarily focusing on viral moments over longevity of an album, the sequencing of it. Everything is numbers. It's not the body of work, the great talent that's put on there, the skits that's put on there. It's about how many streams you got out the gate and not the quality that's put inside the record. Music has become so microwave. Hip hop has become such microwave and mainstream that is so watered down that let's just pump this out to a whole bunch of kids who can eat it up and stream it, which they profit off the most, and not care about packaging it as a full package. If you're not the total artist, if you're not the big artist who's going to have a career that we can actually foresee the future with. It's a substitute. The budget is a substitute from social media and Billboard. I'm going to take the money that used to go to Billboard to push to get it on the top 40 to putting it behind campaigns that run up the streams, that run up viral moments, and that's where we putting our money to social media, the microwave, not the oven where you cook and you roast. So why this matters and what this means for hip hop's future. Billboard is still considered a major status for success for media and traditional press. If hip hop is unrepresented, which is clearly unrepresented, that can affect the narrative and push the opinions of what people are saying now towards hip hop, how it's dying, how it's not relevant the way it used to be. It's undervalued, but it also may signal a shift in new metrics, new platforms, new systems, and new ways to get the hip hop artists out to their respective fans. So here's a couple things that I think may just happen if it's not going on right now. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But we just may see an Instagram award, a TikTok award, these award shows popping up out of nowhere, giving creators awards for doing what they do. Because you got to think about it, the landscape, how it's moving. If everything is social, we have to take the social and make it bigger on a bigger platform. TV doesn't want to completely die, so what they're going to do, maybe host it on a Netflix, maybe get a Hulu deal and pack those together. So possible Instagram awards, possible TikTok awards, and other kind of award shows that possibly may go on in 2026. Do we need Billboard? It doesn't really mean anything when people are streaming things, and it's just a metric of success for fans to be like, oh, this song charted top 40, bragging rights. That doesn't matter anymore. Community matters. So the next time you see the Billboard charts and you wonder, why you're not seeing more hip hop? Why the songs that you vibing to aren't being represented? Now you know it's about ownership, data registration, promotion, budget and marketing, and yes, the music itself. If you're an artist, register your codes, build your streams, and use social media smartly. If you're a fan, question the narrative, dive in a little deeper, hit the subscribe button if you're into deep dives like this, and let me know in the comment section what hip hop tracks you think should have charted but didn't and why. Salute, family.